Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. This is Diplomacia, your number one journal on diplomacy and foreign relations. Diplomacia, bridging Africa and global diplomacy. So today on Diplomacia in Focus, our attention is on Kenyan President William Ruto's visit to Europe on what we call the three-nation state tour. That is Norway, Belgium, and Finland. Let's dive straight into it. While Kenya grapples with domestic pressures at home, Kenyan President William Ruto is thousands of miles away in Europe, certainly sealing multi-billion shilling deals and pitching Kenya as Africa investment powerhouse. And this is not just pep talk. Kenya is indeed Africa investment powerhouse. From Brussels motorcades to Oslo arrivals. This state visit, in what we dub as the three-nation state tour, is a pure economic diplomacy in motion for President William Ruto. This is a masterstroke. This is a masterstroke for jobs and exports that certainly will benefit a number of Kenyan entrepreneurs and the economy at large. Or could this also be another costly trip that is under scrutiny by a number of civil societies? Let's dive deeper and give you detail by detail of up to minute of pretty much what this nation tour of President William Ruto really mean. President William Ruto touched down in Belgium on June 7th, kicking off with a high-level engagement in Brussels. He held talks with King Philippe Leopold. He also met Flemish leaders and engaged EU heavyweights, including the European Council President Antonio Costa and European Parliamentary President Roberta Metsola. During the deliberation or the meeting with the European Council members, President Ruto secured approximately 102 million euros or 15.3 billion Kenya shillings under the EU-Kenya Digital Partnership. This partnership is targeting digital transformation in the country, with broadband expansion being given number one priority, youth employment, and the tech skills. President Ruto also secured 37 million euros, or an equivalent of 20 billion Kenya shillings, for extending the Blue Raman submarine cable. And the impact of this is huge, for certainly it will slash the bandwidth cost across East Africa region. After his meeting with the EU delegates, Ruto pushed hard during an EU economic partnership. He pushed hard for full implementation of Kenya-EU economic agreement, in what we call IPA. IPA already is known to be delivering about 20% in Kenyan export to the EU market since it took effect. President Ruto also pitched Kenya as a clean energy manufacturing hub in Africa, so to speak, and with geopolitical weight. Kenya is the number one geothermal powerhouse. This is good for the EU, who are who push indeed for green agenda, and the geothermal factories means lower carbon goods and carbon emission entering Europe duty-free and quota-free. And these are key benefits, certainly, for Kenya. After he was done his meeting with the EU economic delegates, Ruto went to Brussels, where he also had a discussion with the Belgium business community. At the Belgium Business Roundtable, he challenged investors to triple the current trade volume that is currently around 43 billion. Kenya-Belgium trade volume is around 43 is about 43 billion Kenya shillings. He challenged them to invest more in Kenya agribusiness, logistics, value addition, and clean energy. During the Belgium-Kenya Business Roundtable discussion, a new Chambers of Commerce was launched to lock in the momentum, called Kenya Benelux Chambers of Commerce. On 9th of June, which is today ideally, Ruto landed in Oslo, Norway. He was given a befitting welcome with pomp and official greetings from Belgian military. Fresh off the plane, he set for talks with Prime Minister for Belgium, Jonas Gaho, in an audience with Crown Prince Haakon as well. He also had a discussion with the Crown Prince as well for Norway. The centerpiece was Kenya-Norway Business Forum, where Ruto pushed hard on zeroing in on renewable energy. He also pushed for electric mobility, the blue economy, climate-smart agriculture, and sustainable development partnerships.
Sirona built its first commercial-scale direct air capture site at.
He thanked Belgium business community for being the leading destination for Kenyan coffee export and highlighted the growing export opportunities for trade and investment between the two countries. President Ruto also briefed His Majesty for Belgium on the outcome of Kenya-Belgium Business Forum and effort to create an enabling environment for businesses and investment to continue thriving.
That does not reflect.
He also briefed the Belgian Majesty on enhanced regional connectivity through the extension of the Northern Corridor, road and rail network to Kinshasa.
Hello. How are you, my dear? Habari yako?
Supposed to head to Finland at the invitation of Finland President Alexander Stubb.
Georgina.
His visit to Finland.
Okay, great. How are you?
You remember, Finland President came to Kenya in 1995. He was given an invitation to also visit.
Hello.
Here.
I'm good. Bishop Matthew Mayo.
Bilateral talks, business events, Nokia Executive Experience Center, and participation in high-level forums like the Promise of Peace and the Kaluntranta Talks with Africa Front and Center. It is our hope, really, that this tour does not fit into Ruto's playbook of relentless international shuttling, but with no tangible results to show